I tested this sports betting strategy in Champions League and it worked. And after seeing the results, I blamed myself. Alright, and I'm going to show you guys, or I'm going to share with you guys in this video the reason why I blamed myself. Okay, and I'm also going to show you what I did or how I tested the strategy and the results. And believe me, the results were mind-blowing. Okay, so if you look at my screen, you will see today's strategy testing on Champions League. Alright, so and we'll have the ratings, we'll have home, we'll have away, we'll have defense, and we'll have the away defense, we'll have forward and the away forward. Alright, so that is exactly the 5 categories, the 3 departments, the 2 departments we are going to talk about in this particular video. Alright, so before I continue, welcome to Bettors Lab TV. There we test football betting strategies. Alright, so what we are trying to do is that we are trying to build a community that is basically for strategy testing. Alright, so if you're a lover or if you're a smart bettor, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and most importantly, you turn on all bell notification, because what I have discovered lately is that if you don't do a lot of research, you might end up losing your money to bookmakers. Alright, and that is exactly what we don't want to do. So that's why we are trying to test strategies and see where is working and where is not working, so we can know where we can benefit from, or where we can lay our hands and make money from sports betting. Alright, so let me go ahead and show you guys exactly what I have done and how it's working, and the reason why I also blamed myself. Don't forget that we'll definitely have to show you. Now if you look at these Champions League games, we have Barcelona versus Olympiacos. So now this depth here represents the defense. Alright, now this forward here represents the attacking, which is the forward line, the attacking. Okay, so now this 7.0 and 7.5, 8.2 and 7.0 is actually the ratings of the team. Alright, the ratings of the whole team, because you can, with this particular strategy, you can not only use it to fish out games you can be able to use to get something from them. Alright, so you can also use it to know a dominant team, alright, team that is actually dominant. So when you look at it, you know that these people has stronger edge than these people. Alright, so these people will most likely come out victorious than these people. Okay, so now for example, let me go down and show you the 3 games I picked after doing this research. Let me show you the 3 games I picked after doing this research. Now look at the 3 games I picked. I say, following today's research, we can say that the following teams are the best option for today. Alright, now FC Copenhagen and Dortmund, the prediction I gave was away or over 2.5, and I'm going to show you where I picked it from. Alright, so now we have Royal Union SG and Inter Milan. Alright, so the prediction was also away or over 2.5. Alright, and we have Villarreal Man City. The prediction I gave was also away or over 2.5, and at the end of the day I said good luck after the predictions. Okay, I say good luck after the predictions. So now let me go back to my dashboard. Let me show you where I got the ratings that gave me the edge, or the reason why I was confident enough to say that these 3 teams were going to either win or come out with over 2.5 goals. Alright, so let me go and show you guys. So we have Copenhagen, Royal Union and Villarreal. Okay, now let's start with Man City Villarreal. Now if you look at the defense, look at the forward, you will see that the total rating for Man City is 8.0. now the total rating for defense for Man City is 8.0, and the also total rating for forward for Man City is also 8.5. That's to show that this Man City is a dominant team over this Villarreal team. Right, they are very, very dominant when it comes to this, comparing these 2 figures. Alright, this team, this attacking, will find it very difficult to most likely penetrate this defense of 8.0. Right, they will find it most likely to very difficult to penetrate this team. Right, so and if you look at this also team, this attacking, their defense is very weak, so they most likely score. So that was the reason why I said Man City has upper hands to win, or they can most likely score over 2.5. Now let me tell you the reason why I said they will score over 2.5 goals. The reason why I said they will score over 2.5 goals is because this defense is very weak. Looking at the rating is 6.8, and this attacking is very, very sharp, right? This attacking of 8.5 rating is very, very sharp, so they may most likely score more than 2 goals, right, or 3 goals or above, right? So now, be it Champions League, you know, Champions League is the Champions League. No team is underrated in Champions League, so that's why the Villarreal were very, very strong enough to hold Man City to 2-0, right? So the game ended 2-0 in favor of Man City. So that's to tell you that the option over 2.5 did not play, but the option of away to win played, right? Now let's go back to the next game, which is Royal Union SG vs Inter Milan. All right, now let's look at the defense. The defense is also 7.0, and the Inter defense is 8.0. Now the forward is 6.5 and Inter forward is 8.0. Now let me tell you one thing again. This attacking of 8.0 will be very much easier to penetrate this defense of 7.0. While this forward of 6.5 will most likely find it very difficult to score against this defense. Right now, look at this forward. This forward is 6.8. 6.8 forward was not able to score against this 8.0 forward. Right, 8.0 defense. You see, that was why the game ended 2.0. Now let's look at this particular one again. 6.8 forward. I don't think they might score against this defense of 8.0. So even if they will score, this away team has upper hands than them. So that's why I was able to say that Inter Milan should win or over 2.5 goals. Now the reason why I said they should win or over 2.5 goals is very simple, because this defense is 7.0, so Inter will most likely score this defense, and even if these people manage to score, this 6.5 attacking manage to score this defense, that simply means that Inter will later come back to win the game. So that was why, and that will give us 3 goals. That was exactly the reason why I said Inter Milan should win or over 2.5 goals. And the game played, right? The game played is very, very crazy. The result is actually working. Now let's go over to the last game, which is Copenhagen and Dortmund. Please guys, if you are getting any value from this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not subscribed, because like I told you in the beginning of this video, what we are doing is that we're actually building a community of smart bettors, alright? We will be testing football betting strategies like this, and I believe you will love this kind of strategy so that you can use it to win. And why I'm sharing this particular team for this Champions League is so that in the next Champions League you will come back and tell me that this strategy, you use it and you won it. Okay, so we are going to rub mine together and get what we can be using to get our small things from them on weekly basis. Okay, so let's go over to Dortmund, Copenhagen and Dortmund. So without being told, with the explanation I've already given before, you should know that Dortmund stood a better chance to win this Copenhagen team and to score over 2.5 goals. Now let's look at the defense. The defense rating is 6.5, right, and Dortmund defense is 7.0. Now their forward is 6.8 and this people's forward is 8.0, right? That's to tell you that 6.8 forward has a very high chance of penetrating this defense, so they can most likely score these people 2 goals, right? They can most likely score these people 2 goals. So if they score this, if that happens and these people were able to get 1 goal from them, from this defense of 7.0, that simply means that we have gotten 2.5 goals. Alright, that was the reason why I said Dortmund to win and over 2.5 goals. And you see the scoreline here. The scoreline says Dortmund won by 4-2, and that was exactly what happened. You see, that was exactly what happened. These people scored them, and Dortmund, having 8.0 rating of the attacking, outscored Copenhagen. Right? That was exactly what happened. Now, having seen all of those things, now let me go back and show you another thing, so you see that this strategy is actually working. All right. Now let's look at Barcelona. Barcelona has 7.0 defense and 7.5, and Olympiacos has 7.5 defense, and Barcelona has 8.2 attack, and Olympiacos has 7.0 attack, and the game ended 6-1 in favor of Barcelona. You see that this, anytime you see forward of 8.2, is actually a very high attacking spirit. Right? They can always deliver. Right? You are seeing it here. They have been delivering. Now let's look at this defense. This defense is 7.0, and this defense is 6.0, and forward is 6.5, and forward is 7.0. Now if you look at these teams is not something you can go and bet over 2.5, because there is no higher chance of multiple goals coming from this defense, because from this forward of 6.5 they are not clinical enough, and the forward of 7.0 is not clinical enough. The forward I know that is very, very high clinical is 8 and above. Right, 7 and 8 and above. All right, they are very much clinical. Okay, that was, you see, the score line is 0-0. Okay, you see that this strategy is actually working. Okay, so guys, help me and subscribe, and let's build this community where we'll be testing football betting strategies. All right, so let's come down to the next game, which is Atletico Madrid and Arsenal. Now look at this defense is 8.5. Now from what I told you guys before, from the previous 3 games I used as an example, you have seen that from these teams now so far, we have not seen any team that were able to score any defense of 8.5. And so I don't think there's a one that what is it called? I don't think I have seen any rating that scored against this 8.5 or 8-0 defense. So that's why when you see this 8 defense, is actually very, 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 very hard for team to score. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to get these ratings. Don't worry, I'm going to show you exactly how to get these ratings. All right. So you see that Arsenal is 8.5 defense, and their forward is 7.5. They are very, very, very high. And these games we're supposed to play go. If not that, this is Champions League. Anything can happen in Champions League. Looking at the rating, they were supposed to play go. All right. So Arsenal was able to score these guys, and they gave them 4-0, because if you watch that game, you notice that if not because of this defense, these people would have scored Arsenal. Alright, so that's to tell you how powerful this strategy is. Okay, so now let's look at another team, which is Bayer Leverkusen. Now if you look at their rating, their defense is 7.5, while PSG defense is 8.0. Now their forward is 8.0, while PSG forward is 9.0. That's to tell you that PSG forward is on fire. Now Leverkusen forward is also on fire. Now the best option for this particular team now is to play them go, and if you look at it, they play 2-2. Alright, they play 2-2. That's the best option, and they play 2-2. Alright, now let's look at it. The defense is 7.5 and this defense is 8, so they will most likely score each other no matter how it is. Right, so most likely score each other. If not that, I believe the both team had red card, this game would have ended over 2.5 or so, but they were able to play more than that. But scoring each other, I believe, is actually working 100% now. Okay, so you can capitalize on that. 8.0 and 9.0 is actually very high clinical attacking line. Okay, so now we have discovered about Copenhagen. Now let's look at Newcastle and Mourinho's Benfica. Now let's look at their defense. Their Newcastle defense is 7.5. Benfica defense is 6.0. Newcastle forward is 7.8. Benfica forward is 7.0. Now looking at the rating, you will see that Newcastle can play these people, right? They can play even if I want to bet on Newcastle Benfica, I would have said Newcastle to win or draw. Looking at the defense, looking at the ratings, I would have said Newcastle to win or draw, because I don't really trust 7-7 attacking line, though it's a very, very high attacking line for scoring also. So but to be on the safer side, maybe if I want to play safe odd or value bet or something, I will just play 7.5 Newcastle to win or draw. That was exactly what I would have done, but he still played in favor of Newcastle and they won 3-0. Right, so now let's look at the next game, which is PSV. Please guys, share this video for me. All right, subscribe. Let's build this community together. We will be testing football betting strategies and see what is actually working before we go ahead to bet, because we need to check what is working and what is not working, so we don't make mistake, we don't lose our money to bookmakers. All right, because in sports betting I believe we can, if we follow strategies, we can be winning week in, week out. All right, just with strategies. All right, so let's win this together. Okay, so let's look at PSV and Napoli. Now PSV has 8.0 defense and 8.0 attack, while Napoli has Napoli has 8.0 defense and 8.0 attack, while PSV has 6.5 defense and 7.0 attack. Now you see, because this is, I told you guys from the beginning that this is Champions League, anything can happen in Champions League. Now you have seen what happened here. Now PSV played these people 6-2. Alright, but if you look at it, you see that Napoli from the rating is totally dominant with they are totally dominant when it comes to these two teams. Alright, but because it's game of football and anything can happen. Now let me tell you what I think happened here. What I think happened here is because of home. Right, home advantage. That was exactly what happened here, because you can't tell me that this team that has defense of 8.0 and forward of 8.0 were not able to beat this particular. No. So this, what actually happened here is because of home advantage, and that was exactly what happened, and they were able to capitalize and beat Napoli 6-2. Alright, so you would have seen that the best option for us here would have been both teams to score, and of course they scored. Right, so this is 7.0 and 8.5, and of course they scored. Okay, so they scored. So let's look at the next one. The next one is Royal Union SG and Inter Milan. We have talked about that one. Okay, so now let's look at Villarreal Man City. We have also talked about it. Now this is the prediction after going through all those things, and I gave this prediction. Alright, so you see that this particular strategy is working. Alright, it's working, and I believe we are going to capitalize on this and get the what we are looking for and be winning them every day. Alright, so now let's go back to how we can be able to get this particular whole ratings. Alright, so how are we going to do it? We are going to make use of AI. We are going to make use of ChatGPT. Alright, so you go over to your Google, your Chrome, you search for ChatGPT. Alright, so it will pop up. You search for ChatGPT. Now you allow it to load. If you want to sign up, you can sign up. If you don't want to sign up, you can actually go with it like this. Right, so let me go back again. ChatGPT load. Please guys, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up, so I'll be making more videos. Let's test this strategy together. Right, it seems like this particular thing is not working. Okay, and let's use this one. So now what do? You go over to, let's say, mobile flash call. That's what I normally use, mobile flash call. I go over to mobile flash call. Then if I want to look out for today's games, I'll go there and pick any game that I want. If I want to pick any game that I want, I pick any game that I want. If I want to pick any other game, I pick another game too. So now let's go over to tomorrow's game. right? Because we have already seen Arsenal rating, so now we can still see. Let's check between Arsenal and Crystal Palace, right? Let's check between Arsenal and Crystal Palace what they will play. Let's see their rating first. Now what will you do? Now you use this prompt, right? You say, I need the current. Don't forget to use this word current, because if you don't use current, it might most likely give you a wrong rating, right? It will most likely give you a wrong rating. Okay, so you say Arsenal Crystal Palace, I need the current defense line rating of the above teams on a scale of 1 to 10. Arsenal Crystal Palace, I need the current defense line rating of the above teams on a scale of 1 to 10. Alright, now you hit enter and allow you to do the job. Right, so now it's searching and it's giving you the rating. Now it's telling you that Arsenal defense rating is 9.0. Do you know why? The reason is because of their performance, the performance they put out in the last Champions League and their other games. So 9.0. So if Arsenal defense rating is 9.0, now let's Crystal Palace is 6.0. Alright, that is total dominant over the in the defense department. Now let's check for forward. Let's check forward rating. While the thing is loading, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Right now, Arsenal forward is 7.5. Now let's check the previous rating. Let's check the previous rating of Arsenal here. Arsenal is 7.5. You see, the defense line increased because of the previous their previous performance, and this people line is what's it called? And their forward still remains the same. Okay, so now what do we do? Since we have Crystal Palace 5.5, Walai, then we have Arsenal 7.5. Now if we want to play game, now let's check out the odd. Now let's look at the odds. Let's scroll down now. Pay attention. Am I doing the right thing? Wow, am I doing it? It seems like I'm not. Let me go back. It seems like I've done. Let's go back. It seems like maybe they are odd and not ready, or yes. Let's check from today. Let's see odds. Now look at the odds. Arsenal to win Crystal Palace is 1.44 odd. Now looking at the suggestion, looking at the ratings we have so far, looking at the ratings, if I want to bet, I can say Arsenal to win, or if I want to bet on safe bets, I can say Arsenal to win or draw, because this, I don't think this what is it called, 5.5 rating can actually win Arsenal, right? I don't think they can actually win Arsenal. So now I can say Arsenal to win, or if I want to make it, maybe take it more riskier, we can say looking at the defense and everything, because Arsenal defense is very nice, and I don't think that this 5.5 rating can actually score these people. I don't think. If you think, let me know in the comment section, but to me, I don't think like that. Alright, so that we can play the best option for us to play. We have 3 options now left for us to pick one. So the best option is either, if you want to go for safe bet, we can go for Arsenal to win or draw. Right, you can go for Arsenal to win or draw. But if you want to bet, maybe let's say we are just looking for money, alright, and we need to take risk to do for money. So what are we going to do? We are going to bet Arsenal to win and no betting to no go, right? Arsenal to win and betting to score no. Right, so that's the best option, because if you're looking at this 5.5 rating, I don't think it can score this 9.0. Alright, so that's where I'll be ending this video, and let's look out for this game, this Arsenal game. All right, so I believe let's see how the strategy turns up, and it has been working. Let's see if it can work in Premier League. All right, so we actually did it in Champions League. We believe it will work in Premier League. Let's see what happens. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Let me see you again in our next video. Keep winning.